Why, can't I breathe? You don't say it out loud. You can't. The words stay locked inside your chest, stuck just like the food that didn't go down. You're sitting in your living room, dinner in your hand, the TV still playing in the background. A familiar voice. A late-night host talking. Maybe a rerun you've seen before. It doesn't matter. Everything feels normal. That's how it always starts. A quiet night. A simple meal. No one else in the house. This is how millions of Americans over 60 spend their evenings. Alone, comfortable, routine. Nothing urgent, nothing dangerous. Until one small moment changes everything. You take a bite, a little too big, a little too dry. You swallow without thinking. And then it stops. Not painfully, not violently, just stuck. Right in the middle of your throat. You cough, expecting it to clear. Nothing happens. No air moves. You try again, harder this time. Your body reacts faster now, sharper, more desperate. Still nothing. Your chest tightens almost instantly, like something just slammed a door shut inside you. Your lungs pull in, but there's nothing there to grab. No air. No oxygen. Just pressure. You sit up straighter. Then lean forward slightly, instinct taking over before your mind fully catches up. Something isn't right. You try to inhale again, and realize you can't. Not even a little. A thin sound tries to escape your throat, but it dies before it reaches your lips. No voice, no cough, no signal. Across the United States, this exact moment happens tens of thousands of times every year. More than 50,000 people die from choking annually. And a large number of them are sitting exactly where you are right now. Alone, in a quiet room with no one watching. You cough again, nothing. Your throat feels completely blocked now. Your body is starting to shift into something deeper. Faster heartbeat, tightening muscles, a rising wave of panic you can feel building whether you want it or not. You look down at your plate. You look back at the TV. Everything is still moving, except you. Your hand tightens around the remote control, gripping it like it might somehow help. Then suddenly, it slips. Falls. Hits the floor with a sharp crack that echoes louder than it should, because now you notice something else. The room isn't just quiet, it's silent. You try to speak. You can't. You try to call out. Nothing comes out. And in that exact second, with your chest tightening and your body starting to lose control, the realization hits you with absolute clarity. Something is wrong. And you are completely alone. Your body is about to panic. What you do next will decide if you live long enough to fix this. Before we go any further, let me ask you to do one thing. If stories like this make you stop and think about aging, about independence, about what really matters, take a second to like this video and subscribe. This channel shares stories that don't sugarcoat getting older. And today's story might change how you see it entirely, because what I'm about to show you isn't theory. It's exactly what happens in those first critical moments when your airway is blocked, and why the actions you take in the next few seconds can mean the difference between life and death. In the next few moments, I'm going to show you 7 specific steps that can save your life if you ever find yourself in this exact situation, alone, unable to breathe, with no one there to help you. And we're going to start with the first one, the one that feels the most unnatural, but matters the most. Because right now, it's happening. Your chest tightens harder, like something is squeezing it from the inside. Your lungs are trying to pull in air, but nothing comes through. Not even a thin breath. Your throat feels locked, sealed shut, as if something inside has slammed a door and bolted it closed. You try again. Nothing. No air, no sound, no relief. Your body reacts instantly. Your shoulders lift. Your mouth opens wider. You try to drag in air any way you can, but there's nothing to grab. Just empty effort. You reach for your voice. You try to call out. Nothing comes out. No one hears you, because there is no one there. This is where it changes. Your heart starts pounding harder now, faster than it should. You can feel it in your chest, in your neck, even in your ears. A dull ringing begins to build, creeping in from the edges. Your vision starts to narrow slightly, like the room is pulling away from you. Your body knows before your mind fully accepts it. This is not a cough. This is not something that will pass on its own. This is choking. And you are completely alone. You feel the first real wave of panic. Hit. It's automatic. Your body wants to run. It wants to fight. It wants to do something, anything, to get air back into your lungs. You feel the urge to move, to rush toward the door, toward the kitchen, toward anywhere that might help. But this is where most people make the mistake that costs them everything. They panic. They flail. They gasp. They try to suck in air violently. And that's exactly what makes it worse. Because every sharp, desperate inhale pulls the obstruction deeper. Every second of panic tightens the muscles around your throat, making the airway even smaller, even harder to clear. Your body is working against you now. And if you don't stop it, it will take you down with it. This is where you have to interrupt that reaction. Right now, this is step one of survival. Stay calm. Not relaxed, not comfortable. Controlled. You force yourself to stop moving. Right there in the middle of the room. You plant your feet. You lock your body in place. You don't run. You don't flail. You don't grab at your throat. You take control of the only thing you still can, your mind. Inside your head, you say it clearly. Stay calm. You know what to do. You say it again if you have to, because this is not just a suggestion. This is a requirement. Emergency medicine research has shown that when people panic during choking, nearly 30% of cases result in the object being driven deeper into the airway. Not because the obstruction got worse, but because the reaction made it worse. Panic tightens your throat. Control keeps it as open as possible. Panic wastes the little oxygen you have left. Control buys you seconds. And right now, seconds are everything. You are not trying to feel calm. You are forcing your body to act calm. That difference matters. Because this step, this exact moment, is what determines whether you have enough time to do anything else. If you lose control here, nothing that comes next will work. If you hold it together, even for a few seconds longer, you give yourself a chance. And right now, a chance is all you have. You've bought yourself a few seconds. Now you use them. Because staying calm is not enough. You need to act. Right now. This is where the next step begins. Step 6. Call 911. You don't think about it. You don't hesitate. Your eyes shift toward the kitchen. The phone is there, just a few steps away. But those steps don't feel normal anymore. Your body is heavier now. Slower. Unstable. You move anyway. One step, then another. Your balance is off. The room feels slightly tilted. Your vision is tighter than before, like you're looking through a narrowing tunnel. Your brain is already feeling it. Lack of oxygen. You reach the counter. Your hand slides across the surface until it finds the phone. You grab it, fingers clumsy, grip weak. You hit the screen. 911. You don't wait. You don't think about what you'll say, because you can't say anything, and that's the point. You don't need to speak. Emergency dispatchers are trained for this. An open line, a silent call, background sounds of distress. That's enough for them to act. Modern 911 systems can locate you through your phone signal within seconds. That means even if you can't say your address, they can still find you. They can still send help. And right now, that matters. Because every second that passes, your brain is getting less oxygen. Every second, your body is getting weaker. So you leave the line open. You don't hang up. You don't wait for a response. You move to the next step, immediately. Because calling for help and saving yourself are not separate actions. They happen at the same time. Now, step 5, position your body. You turn back toward the living room. Your hand reaches for the nearest support, the coffee table. You grip it, hard, and you lean forward. Not slightly, not casually, deliberately. You bend at the waist, bringing your upper body down, your head angled toward the floor. This is not random, this is physics. When you sit upright, gravity works against you. It helps the object stay lodged deeper in your airway. When you lean forward, gravity shifts. Now it's working with you, pulling the obstruction back toward your mouth instead of letting it drop deeper into your throat. Medical studies have shown that a forward-leaning position can significantly increase the effectiveness of the next actions you're about to take. It changes the angle of your airway. It creates space. It gives you a better chance. And right now, you need every advantage you can get. Because staying upright, doing nothing, means the blockage stays exactly where it is. Or worse, it settles deeper, becomes harder to remove, faster to kill. Leaning forward is not optional. It is survival. You tighten your grip on the table. You hold that position. Your body is set now. Help is on the way, but it's not here yet. And you don't have time to wait. The next step is physical, aggressive, and it starts with the only weapon your body still has left. Your body is in position now. You're leaning forward, hands locked onto the table. Airway still blocked, and help is already on the way. But it's not here yet. And that means this next move matters more than anything you've done so far. This is step 4. Controlled coughing. You try to cough again, but this time you don't let your body panic and take over. You do it on purpose, because there's a difference between coughing randomly and coughing correctly. A weak cough won't save you. It barely moves air, and worse, it wastes the little oxygen you have left. But a properly executed cough can generate explosive airflow, strong enough to dislodge what's stuck in your throat. In medical studies, a deep diaphragmatic cough can reach speeds powerful enough to push most food obstructions out, if it's done right. So you slow it down. You pull in whatever small amount of air you can manage. It's not much, but it's enough. You hold it for a brief moment, just long enough to build pressure behind the blockage. Then you drive it out. Hard. Not from your throat. Not from your chest. From your diaphragm. Your core tightens. Your abdomen contracts. Every muscle works together in one focused burst. You cough. A sharp, forceful blast. You stop. Not because you want to, but because you have to. You try to draw in another small breath. Even a thin stream of air is enough. You repeat it. Hold. Then cough again. Harder. More controlled. Now you're not reacting anymore. You're executing. This isn't random hacking. This is pressure. Directed, intentional pressure designed to force that obstruction out. You do it again. Third time. Maximum force. Then pause. 1 second. Try to pull in air again. Then repeat. 3 strong coughs. Pause. Then repeat the cycle. This rhythm matters more than people realize. Because if you cough too fast, too shallow, or too weak, you burn through oxygen without creating enough force to move anything. And once that oxygen runs out, your options disappear with it. Every cough now has a purpose. Every breath is measured. The forward-leaning position you're holding is helping you. Gravity is working in your favor, turning each burst of air into a push upward instead of deeper down. And for a moment, you hope it works. Maybe it shifts. Maybe it loosens. Or maybe nothing happens. And that's the part most people aren't prepared for. Because sometimes, even when you do it right, it's not enough. And when that happens, you don't stop. You escalate. And that's when you realize something critical. Coughing alone might not be enough. You did it right, You controlled it. You used everything your body had left. And still, the obstruction hasn't cleared. It's still there, still blocking, still cutting off the air your body is desperately trying to pull in. This is where you stop relying on your lungs alone. Now you bring in force. External force. This is step 3. Use a chair. You don't think about it. You move. Your hand releases the table. Your body turns and your eyes lock on to the nearest dining chair. It's right there, within reach. Something solid, something hard. You grab it, you pull it toward you just enough to position yourself. Then you line it up. The top edge of the chair back presses into your upper abdomen, just above your belly button, below your rib cage. That soft area where pressure matters most. And then, you drive your body forward, hard, not gently, not cautiously, aggressively. You thrust your full weight into that edge, forcing it deep into your abdomen. The impact is sharp, sudden, and intense. It knocks the air inside you upward, creating a burst of pressure aimed directly at the blockage. This is not random movement. This is a self-administered abdominal thrust, the same principle used in the Heimlich maneuver. But now you are doing it to yourself, and it has to be strong. A soft push won't do anything. A hesitant movement won't generate enough force. This only works if you commit to it completely. You pull back, then drive forward again. Harder. Each thrust is separate, distinct, violent if it needs to be. You're not rocking, you're not leaning, you're striking. Again, and again, and again, 5 times, 6, maybe more. Each one a deliberate attempt to force that obstruction out of your airway. Your body absorbs the impact. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. But none of that matters. Because right now, pain is not the problem. No air is the problem. And if this doesn't work, you don't stop. You change direction. This is step 2. Use a wall. You turn, moving toward the nearest solid edge. A wall corner, a door frame, anything firm enough to take impact. Your steps are unsteady now. Your body is weaker. Oxygen is dropping fast, but you get there. You position your back right between your shoulder blades, and then you drive yourself backward. Hard. Your back slams into the edge. The impact sends a shock through your chest, a different kind of force than the abdominal thrusts. Not upward, but inward, vibrating through your rib cage, shaking the airway from a completely different angle. That's the point, because sometimes the object isn't just blocking, it's stuck. And this kind of impact can loosen it, break the seal, disrupt whatever is holding it in place. You step forward again, then slam back again. Hard. You do it 5 times, each one sharp, each one intentional. Then you turn back to the chair, and repeat. 5 thrusts into the chair. 5 impacts against the wall. Back and forth. No pause. No hesitation. This combination matters more than most people realize. Medical research has shown that alternating between abdominal thrusts and back impacts significantly increases the chances of clearing an airway, because you're attacking the blockage from 2 completely different directions. Upward force, then shock force. Again, and again, and again. You keep going, because stopping is not an option. But now, your body is running out. Your strength is fading, and if this still hasn't worked, there's only one move left, and now you feel it. Your strength is fading. Your arms are weaker. Your legs don't respond the same way. The force you were able to generate just seconds ago, it's dropping fast. Your body is running out of oxygen, and there's no way to slow that down anymore. If it hasn't come out by now, you are out of time. This is the final step, the last move you have. Drop to the floor. Your knees give first. You don't decide to go down. Your body takes you there. The strength in your legs collapses, and you catch yourself just before you fall completely. The ground is right there now. Solid. Unmoving. And for the first time, you use it. You bring both hands together, forming a tight fist. Not loose, not soft. Tight. Locked. You position that fist directly under your upper abdomen, just above your navel, the same place you drove into the chair moments ago. But this time, it's different. This time, you're not using muscle. You're using your entire body weight. You shift forward onto your knees, trapping your fist between your stomach and the floor. You brace for a fraction of a second, just enough to position yourself. Then, you drop. Hard. Your torso drives downward, your full body weight slamming onto your fist with concentrated force. The impact compresses your abdomen instantly, forcing a powerful burst of pressure upward toward your diaphragm and into your airway. It's stronger than the chair, stronger than your arms. Because this time, gravity is doing the work. You push yourself back up just enough to reset. Then you do it again. No hesitation, no pause. Drop. Hard. Again. Each repetition is fast, aggressive, controlled. You're not easing into it. You're not trying to be careful. You are forcing the obstruction out. Because at this point, nothing else matters. You repeat it. Over and over. Each drop creating a surge of pressure inside your body. Building, stacking, increasing with every impact. This is the strongest force you can generate on your own. Medical studies have shown that this floor-based method can produce significantly higher internal pressure than standing techniques. Because your full body weight is driving it. And right now, that's exactly what you need. You drop again, harder. And then, something shifts. It's small at first. A change in resistance. A sudden release of pressure you didn't have before. Then it happens. The obstruction breaks loose. It shoots upward. Out. Air rushes in. Violent, uncontrolled. You gasp, your lungs pulling in oxygen like they've been starved, which they have. Your body reacts instantly. You cough hard, over and over, clearing what's left, trying to stabilize, trying to recover. You stay there on the floor, breathing, alive, because that last move was the one that worked. You stay on the floor, not because you want to, because you have to. Your body doesn't trust itself yet. Your chest is rising fast, uneven, pulling in air like it's trying to make up for everything it just lost. Each breath is loud, sharp, real. Air is back, but control isn't. You cough again, harder this time, clearing whatever remains. Your throat burns. Your chest aches. Your entire body feels shaken. But you're breathing. And that changes everything. A few seconds ago there was no air. Now there is. You roll slightly onto your side, still on the floor, still catching your breath. Your hands press against the ground, steadying yourself. Your heart is still racing, pounding like it hasn't caught up to what just happened. And then you hear it. The TV, still playing, same voice, same rhythm, same background noise that was there before any of this started. Nothing changed. The room looks the same. The table is still there. The plate is still there. The chair hasn't moved. Everything is exactly as it was. Except you. Because just moments ago, you were seconds away from dying in this exact spot. Alone. No warning, no build-up, no time to prepare, just one bite, and everything after that. This is why this matters. Because choking doesn't give you time to think. It doesn't give you time to plan. It happens fast, and when it does, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on what you already know. So remember this. 7 steps. Simple, direct, in order. Stay calm. Call 911. Lean forward. Cough hard. Use a chair. Hit a wall. Drop to the floor. That's the sequence. That's the difference. Because this can happen to anyone. But it happens more often to people who are alone. People who think they have time. People who think it won't happen to them. And when it does, there is no warning. There is no second chance. You either know what to do, or you don't. If this story resonated with you, please like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Leave a comment below. What would you do in those first few seconds? I'd love to read your thoughts, because next time, I'll be sharing something most people never talk about. Drink water. Right after waking up, 5 powerful benefits. After 65, most ignore this. Thank you for watching. And remember, your best years aren't behind you,